What did you forget? What did you forget to hook up? Thanks. Are we now ready?
I've been ready.
20th anniversary. Which came as a GTI, which came with a 1AT, but this one has a 24 valve VR6 with the turbo swapped into it. So there's a small problem that it has currently with it stalling after like rev ups or coming to a stop, so we got to fix that. That's one reason why it's here. The other reason is clearly they want to see how much power it can make and if we can do anything to maybe get a little bit more power out of it. So this car has jumped hands a bunch of times. It's had, obviously, had a 1AT in it. It had a 24 valve swapped into it, then that engine got sold, I think, and then it was going to be a 1AT again, but with a 600 to 700 horsepower goal, and then the chassis got sold to this owner, and he swapped another 24 valve back into it. So, Clayton, what are the details of this engine and specs?
Headspacer motor.
So, small plug. We did get a new shipment of VR Headspacers. So we have in stock now 12 valve, 24 valve, and R32 Headspacers. They come with gaskets. The link is in the description below.
Headspacer motor, 6262.
You're doing pretty good.
United Motorsports tune.
Yep.
630 injectors.
Yes, good one. Full 3-inch exhaust.
Yep. 4-inch intake.
4-inch intake.
Stock internals, so no stock pistons, stock rods,
Stock everything
bearings,
else, yeah.
stock cams.
You got it.
2.8 liter, 24 valve.
You got it. You nailed it. You nailed it. So, should make like on pump gas, R91, around the 400 to maybe 430-ish wheel horsepower range. It's kind of where we kind of see them. But we're going to get it warmed up and start doing some runs and try to hammer out the couple issues it has as well. So before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers this month, so we're getting really close. So we appreciate everybody sharing and commenting, and let's get to it.
Yeah.
You filming?
I am.
Can you hear me?
Not very good. You're looking this way, but the mic's on the other side. Put it on the side.
Hello?
That's better.
You want me to just gobble it? Is that better?
That's better.
Is this better? Can you hear this?
Definitely.
Sounds like VR.
Does sound good. It idles nice and quiet, but the rev is gnarly.
Yeah, so
so what do you got? What are we doing?
We're going to get we're going to test this thing out. So this thing's here to see how much power it can make. See if we can monitor it, turn the boost up a little bit, and see what kind of horsepower numbers we can make.
Okay.
It's never been on the dyno, so.
Oh, really? Oh. Hoping for,
I don't know,
horsepower.
more than.
I'll bleep that out.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Off.
Remember that this time.
It's off right now. It says it right there.
Yeah.
It's off.
Yeah.
Oh, we got no tack though. We got to work on that.
I'll get to that. Oh, that's one of the things you gotta work on, right?
Yeah, that's one of the things that's here to fix.
All right, I'll check that.
Died. Part of it's a known problem. The torque curve is so crazy. So 290.
It's not bad on spring.
Spring pressure is 7 pounds.
No. Good. Good
Get
direction.
some more to go.
Yep.
Hopefully this log captured, because the car died right at the end. We're gonna put it the way he had it on the street.
Which is what? Which was
It's probably around 14, 15 pounds.
sweet.
We'll see what it does here, and then we're probably gonna have to make some adjustments to get rid of that thing dying off, and we'll see what it's doing for timing and stuff like that. With this one, as mentioned, it's United Motorsport, so we're just gonna have to collaborate with them to do any fine adjustments that we need before we continue. Didn't catch it in time.
The log. The log.
The log, yeah, she died. Turbo's like, give it all to me. So 389, 302.
Such a weird graph to see. It's like so linear.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big turbo. Like, not huge, but this is what it should be doing. It should be making more though. We're gonna make it make more.
And make it make more.
We're gonna make it make more. Okay, so I want to check this out, see where we sit, then we'll go for another one probably. I don't have the GoPro in here.
It's fine.
Just like, it's fine, less footage for me to go through.
Yeah, exactly. We can hook it up later.
Yeah, because this, honestly, this will probably be the last one for this.
For tonight?
I think so, because we gotta take the other car out and I gotta go through the logs and stuff like that, see what needs to be adjusted.
We're busy.
Busy.
We're busy.
The all-wheel drive car is getting worked on.
And what else?
Drag car's getting a new turbo.
Yep. What else coming?
Bunch of standalones coming for a bunch of different cars.
Yep.
Am I missing something?
2.5 turbo at some point.
Yeah, one's on hiatus at this juncture.
A4, 2-liter A4.
Yeah, it's getting like the end of this week. It's looking good for weather and stuff like that. So, a couple things to wrap up on that one.
Turbo Touareg.
I'm ready.
I'm not.
I'm ready when you are. We got a whole turbo kit sitting around, Clayton.
Yeah.
We just need a transmission.
Yeah, exactly.
Still wanted to stall. Hopefully I got that one. Gotta add boost on there, see what we got. 3, basically the exact same as last time.
11 pounds.
Weak sauce?
Yeah. That's gonna make some jam.
Yeah.
That's not high boost.
Nope. Nope. It's yeah, it's looking good. Can you see that was a peak of 11 pounds?
Yeah.
Why don't you take a little boo at what it made at like 6,500? So, oh, I made 11 pounds?
Pretty much.
10.5. Okay, cool. So boost is pretty solid. It just needs more boost. Just needs more boost, Clayton. More boost equals
Mo power.
mo power.
I thought you said we were done.
I thought we were done, but we're gonna
Not done,
Oops.
but
done. No,
done
not
for
done.
tonight.
We're gonna just go up a little bit.
In duty.
Little more duty.
Little duty.
Little more duty. Yeah, so 406. We didn't get very much more boost out of it.
A couple pounds.
Yeah, at the very end. But a little bit of work to be had yet with this thing.
David.
Clayton.
Oh, Dave.
Clayton.
Dave.
We fixed the stalling issue, which was happening basically anytime you lifted off the throttle. If you were to come to a stop sign or anything like that, or during the dyno runs, as soon as we got to the end of the run, it would stall. Ended up being the MAF location. So Clayton, maybe you can show kind of what I got jimmied up there.
Right now?
Yeah, why not?
Oh.
Don't trip over stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
That's for testing. That's for testing. And the theory works out. So
do you want to explain now? I can show the people. And
while I talk?
Yeah.
Basically, the MAF sensor location was in a crappy position. So the way this was before on another car, it worked perfectly fine because it was set up differently. And after chatting with Jeff at United, he was like, you need to double check the MAF again. And so we cobbled something together. I cut his old one apart.
So obviously that's not staying like that.
It's definitely not staying like that.
Hole in the hood. And
It's proving without doing any changes to the car, I was able to do multiple runs on it with it like that and with it never stalling.
So what's the plan now?
Well, now we got an update for the file, and I've already flashed it to the car. So fueling should be a bit better, timing should be a bit better. I'm leaving the boost where it is, and we're going to do another run.
So the updated file was nothing to do with the MAF, just basically clean up what you have.
Basically, yeah.
Cool.
So, let's do it. You ready for another one? You going to put some earmuffs on this time?
No.
Ha! All right, then. Enjoy.
All right. It sounds so good.
Doesn't it sound crazy? Yeah. So no difference, obviously, in horsepower. We're just trying to get different logs. Okay, we made a small adjustment, and we're going to do another run here. Clayton, I don't know where he is. Oh, he's back there. Back here. We're ready. Clayton.
Yes, sir.
424, 325. That's still like 13.5 pounds of boost.
Decent.
So might make slight little change still, but we're probably going to turn the boost up soon. Just a little bit.
Just a little.
Okay, we made just a slight adjustment to the boost. And we're going to give this another shot, as I always say, all the time. And before we start, Clayton, you'll have to click the graphy graphs because I don't have my keyboard in here. Please. Okay, we've tried to put a little bit more boost into it. We don't have a lot of room to go here with this, but we're going to try to get a little bit more out of it on our pump gas. And we are now ready to try. Woo-hoo! 437, 340. And that is going to be it. We're going to ship it.
That's all.
And that was just over 15 pounds of boost.
Sweet.
Perfect. So let's do an outro. Clayton. Sounds good. You miss your R32?
Definitely sound.
Or does Kayla miss her R32?
I think so.
Yeah. When's that coming back out?
Whenever I finish ordering parts for it.
A lot of stuff's got to happen with that old girl. But 24 valve VR6, as mentioned probably at the beginning of the video, it was having an issue with it stalling after like revs and off throttle basically. So he had this set up in another car and it ran perfectly fine. So we actually, as Clayton probably showed in the video, we can kind of show again.
We talk about it. Oh.
We didn't talk about it?
No, I said we can.
Oh,
Talk about
yeah. So the MAF location was a problem. So we did some testing, and I just butchered up what he had and cobbled something together for testing. And this was the problem for the stalling. And obviously, it's not going to leave like this. The guy has somebody who can weld for him, so we're either I'm going to speak to him about what he wants to do. I'm either going to build him an intake before it leaves, or he now knows what needs to be done to mitigate his problem, because it wasn't in the file. It wasn't in the tune. But now speaking about the tune, there was some adjustments needed just in regards to timing and a little bit of fueling. And thankfully, Jeff at United was on board to do a couple changes for us while we had the car here. So we ended off with, what was it, Clayton?
438?
437. 437? I don't have max values on here. 437 at about 15 and a half pounds, it looks like. And that's on 91 octane. Remember, 91. We're very limited on the fuel we have here.
I think we say that pretty much in every
I know we
video.
have to though. We have to.
People ask, why don't you use 93?
Yeah, we don't have it here unfortunately, and we don't have E85 here either at the pumps. When it came in, the boost setting that he had it on was at like 390, 389 I think it did after we took it off spring pressure. So we're up like, 450 horsepower. And it's a little bit safer, and the running issues have been resolved. So super pumped how this one worked out. And actually, to comment about this thing, Clayton can zoom in here a little bit. It's using the stock exhaust manifolds, and I built an adapter years ago for another guy to basically use the stock manifolds and make it into a turbo kit. The reason it's kind of cockeyed is that's kind of what the owner wanted at the time, and he didn't want to have to deal with the coolant lines or the heater core lines. So it looks a little bit odd comparison to normal. If I were to redo it, I wouldn't do it like that, but it worked, and it's clearly making power. 62 mil stock manifolds with an adapter piece. Clayton, what am I forgetting? You named pretty much everything that was done to this thing at the beginning.
I think it did a pretty good job with that. We didn't know what fuel pump was in it, but it's
don't know what fuel pump.
In-tank.
Right,
something.
intake upgraded pump. And it's kind of funny how this guy's evolved. The owner of this car, before he put this engine in this chassis, it was in another Mark IV GTI, but it was hammered on bags. And he's got a little taste of the track, our local track. He went out for parade lapping a year or two ago.
Yeah, this would be our road course, not drag racing.
Right, and he's now hooked and he wants to get there. So he signed up for the lapping school for this year. And
it's good coilovers on this. And
yeah, it's probably got to get raised up a little bit. And it looks like it needs new tires from the looks of it, but I'm pretty sure he mentioned he had new tires when he dropped it off. So it's gonna be super rowdy at the track. Probably gonna have to turn it down quite a bit for his first few lapping days. But on that note, Clayton, what are we forgetting? Nothing?
like, subscribe, tell your
subscribe,
friends.
Tell your friends, yeah. And we appreciate all the orders on the website, whether it's swag or, well, not this swag. This is
So we're
real
probably
sweet.
going to have to get some t-shirts together because the weather's getting kind of out of
t-shirt
hoodie weather and t-shirt weather.
Good
so.
idea, good idea. So on that note, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.